The Valentine's Day surprise nobody expected. Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei. The moment that melted millions of hearts. Before you scroll away, imagine waking up on Valentine's Day expecting an ordinary celebration only to witness a surprise so breathtaking that it sends millions of fans into complete excitement. Imagine every social media platform exploding with endless conversations. Imagine every entertainment headline asking the very same question. What just happened? Stay with us until the very end, because this unforgettable fictional story is filled with emotional moments, unexpected twists, and scenes that feel like they belong in the greatest drama ever created. If you love heartwarming stories about your favorite stars, then subscribe to KDrama Hub, because the most unforgettable journeys always begin with one incredible surprise. Valentine's Day had finally arrived. Across the world, people celebrated love, friendship, and unforgettable memories. Flowers decorated busy streets. Coffee shops welcomed smiling couples. Beautiful music filled the air. The entire day seemed wrapped in warmth and happiness. For fans of Korean dramas, the celebration felt even more magical. Many spent the morning watching romantic scenes from their favorite series while sharing memorable clips across social media. Nobody imagined that this ordinary day would soon become one of the most talked about fictional entertainment stories ever imagined. Early that morning, the official accounts of several entertainment companies posted cheerful Valentine's Day greetings. Actors shared photographs. Actresses thanked their supporters. Directors posted behind-the-scenes memories. Everything appeared perfectly normal. Yet something unusual quietly caught the attention of devoted fans. There were no updates from Zhang Linghe. There were no updates from Tian Xiwei. At first, nobody thought much about it. Perhaps they were simply enjoying a peaceful holiday away from cameras. Perhaps they were busy filming. Hours continued passing. The silence remained. By afternoon, thousands of fans had started wondering whether something special was about to happen. Discussion pages quickly filled with excitement. Some believed both stars were preparing individual surprises for their supporters. Others imagined a brand new project announcement. Creative theories appeared every few minutes. Each one sounded more fascinating than the last. Meanwhile, inside one of the most beautiful botanical gardens hidden beyond the busy city, another story quietly unfolded. The location looked almost magical. Colorful flowers stretched as far as the eye could see. Elegant fountains reflected the bright afternoon sunshine. Gentle winds carried the sweet fragrance of blooming roses through every pathway. Crystal lights had been carefully placed beneath ancient trees, waiting for evening to arrive. Everything had been prepared with remarkable attention to detail. A professional production crew moved carefully through the gardens, making final adjustments. Camera operators checked every angle. Lighting specialists tested every spotlight. Music directors listened carefully to every note. The atmosphere was calm, but filled with excitement. Nobody outside the production knew what was taking place. As sunset slowly approached, elegant lanterns illuminated every corner of the garden. The transformation was breathtaking. The peaceful location now looked like something lifted directly from a fantasy romance. Moments later, a luxury vehicle quietly arrived. The door opened. Zhang Linghe stepped out wearing a perfectly tailored suit that blended effortlessly with the romantic atmosphere surrounding the gardens. Crew members welcomed him warmly. He smiled while greeting everyone before quietly reviewing the evening schedule. Only a few minutes later, another vehicle entered through the grand entrance. Tian Xiwei arrived wearing a graceful outfit that shimmered beautifully beneath the golden evening light. Several members of the production team paused for a brief moment. The entire scene felt almost unreal. It looked less like an ordinary filming location and more like the opening chapter of a timeless love story. The director gathered everyone together before explaining the vision behind the special project. The goal was simple: create a short romantic celebration reminding audiences that hope, kindness, and unforgettable memories continue bringing people together no matter where they live. Filming soon began. The first scene showed both stars walking separately through different sections of the magnificent garden. Neither character realized the other was nearby. The camera slowly followed every graceful movement. Gentle music accompanied each step. The peaceful atmosphere invited viewers into a world where anything seemed possible. As the story continued, both characters unknowingly followed winding pathways leading toward the same breathtaking fountain standing at the center of the garden. Hundreds of glowing lanterns reflected across the clear water. Fresh flowers surrounded every stone pathway. Soft music echoed through the evening air. Finally, both characters reached the fountain at exactly the same moment. They looked up. Their eyes met. For one unforgettable second, everything around them seemed to disappear. The gentle breeze, the music, the sparkling lights. Only the quiet smile they exchanged remained. The director watched carefully from behind the monitor. Sometimes they are the ones that surprise us when our hearts are most ready to believe in something extraordinary. Everyone's speechless. The beautiful short film had been online for only a few hours. Yet it already felt like the entire entertainment world had stopped to talk about one unforgettable moment. Millions of viewers continued watching the video again and again. Some focused on the breathtaking gardens. Others admired the elegant cinematography. Many simply could not stop talking about the incredible chemistry captured throughout every scene. Every platform became filled with excitement. Every discussion page welcomed thousands of new comments. Every entertainment website highlighted the fictional Valentine's Day project as the surprise nobody had seen coming. As the morning sunlight spread across the city, another unexpected announcement quietly appeared. The production company shared only one sentence. The celebration is not over yet. That single message immediately sent fans into another wave of excitement. What could possibly come next? Had another short film been prepared? Would there be a behind-the-scenes documentary? Could there be an interview revealing how the magical project had been created? The questions multiplied by the minute. Meanwhile, inside the magnificent botanical gardens, preparations had already begun for another unforgettable evening. Although the public believed filming had ended, the creative team had secretly planned one final chapter. This time the atmosphere felt even more enchanting. Thousands of fresh flowers had been arranged along every pathway. Elegant crystal lanterns hung from ancient trees. Soft golden lights reflected beautifully across the peaceful lake at the center of the gardens. Everything looked even more breathtaking than before. Musicians quietly rehearsed beside a marble pavilion while camera crews prepared for another extraordinary production. The director walked through the location one final time, carefully examining every detail. Nothing could be out of place. Every flower mattered. Every light mattered. Every tiny moment would help create another unforgettable memory. As evening slowly arrived, Zhang Linghe entered the gardens once again. He paused for a moment to admire the remarkable transformation. Even though he had visited the location the previous day, it now felt completely different. The entire landscape looked like something from a dream. Only minutes later, Tian Xiwei arrived. Crew members welcomed her with warm applause. The elegant evening atmosphere seemed perfectly suited for another chapter of the fictional story. Before filming officially began, the director gathered everyone together. He explained that tonight was not about creating dramatic scenes. Tonight was about creating emotion. Simple moments, genuine smiles, quiet conversations. The kind of memories audiences would carry long after the screen faded to black. Everyone nodded with excitement. The cameras finally began recording. The opening scene showed both characters walking through separate flower gardens illuminated by thousands of glowing lanterns. Gentle music echoed softly through the evening air. Every step felt peaceful. Every movement appeared graceful. As they continued walking, mysterious gift boxes began appearing along the pathway. Each box contained a handwritten message encouraging kindness, hope, friendship, and gratitude. The characters smiled warmly while reading each thoughtful note. The audience watching would later discover that every message represented an important lesson learned throughout their fictional journey. Further along the pathway, another surprise waited. An enormous wishing tree decorated with countless glowing ribbons stood proudly beneath the evening sky. Visitors had written heartfelt wishes upon every ribbon. Dreams for happiness. Dreams for success. Dreams for brighter tomorrows. The gentle breeze carried the ribbons through the air, creating a breathtaking display that looked almost magical. Both characters quietly stopped before the tree. For a brief moment, neither spoke. They simply admired the beautiful sight together. The peaceful silence somehow became more meaningful than words ever could. Nearby crew members watched through their monitors with quiet admiration. Even without dramatic dialogue, the emotional atmosphere continued growing stronger with every passing second. The director smiled. This was exactly the feeling he had imagined months earlier while developing the fictional project. As filming continued, another breathtaking surprise appeared. Hundreds of floating lanterns slowly rose into the evening sky. Their gentle glow reflected across the calm lake, creating one of the most unforgettable visual moments of the entire production. The cameras captured every beautiful angle, the reflections, the peaceful smiles, the magnificent scenery. Everything blended together perfectly. Suddenly, soft music began filling the gardens once again. This time, a small orchestra emerged from behind the flowering trees, performing an emotional melody specially written for the fictional Valentine celebration. The beautiful music transformed the atmosphere completely. Every note seemed to carry warmth and hope. Every melody invited viewers to lose themselves within the magical world unfolding before them. The fictional story reached another emotional chapter as Zhang Linghe discovered one final gift resting upon a marble bench. Inside the beautifully decorated box lay a simple handwritten letter. The message spoke about appreciating every unforgettable journey. Treasure every friendship. Celebrate every shared memory. Believe that every ending may quietly become the beginning of another beautiful story. Moments later, Tian Xiwei discovered an identical letter waiting for her beneath another flowering tree. It had become a celebration of hope, imagination, friendship, and the timeless magic of storytelling. Long after the final scene ended, audiences continued believing that somewhere beyond the cameras, another unforgettable chapter was already waiting to begin. And perhaps that is the greatest gift any story can ever leave behind. The hope that the next beautiful surprise is always just beyond the horizon, waiting for the perfect moment to appear.